So here with Chris Simon, Chief Executive of England Touch, but for the purposes of this video, Event Director of the Touch World Cup. Chris, we're at Highfields for Touch Nationals this week. How is the planning for this venue going for the World Cup?
Yeah, hi Chris. Yeah, pretty well actually. I mean, this is a good test for this weekend. It's we've got 8 fields running, which is nice. We'll have 23 at World Cup, but having this as our base here, being surrounded by these grass fields, and then using the hockey club behind us for a bit of an event space and for vehicle parking and things like that, is going to well.
Before we talk about any specifics, how important is the experience of having had Euros here, Youth Cup here, and the number of nationals now?
Well, it's tested. We know this place can do it as a venue, but also as a hub within the area, which is accessible. So sustainable transport, really good to get to. We've got the university that we can walk on in terms of accommodation, so we know we can put something on for 2,500 people. We've already done that and it's worked really well. So it's about scaling up really, and then I guess our challenge is having a second venue and a slightly different transport equation.
We'll talk about Riverside in a minute. Talk about what facilities there'll be here at Highfields.
So a very, very big setup, a big players village, lots of infrastructure, lots of marquees going in for that, a large fans village with a spectator zone, a big screen, a bit of infrastructure in terms of the support, medical, first aid, that type of thing, merchandise, and then there'll be a bit of an expo as well where we'll hopefully have some sustainability zone where people can try and do things. But also, as I've mentioned, we've got 13 or 14 fields here all around us where we are, and then 3 behind us that we've not yet used. I've always said it's not for us. It's not the tournament. Once the tournament starts, it's fine. It's more about the wider event. It's the contingency planning, the evacuation plans, the stewarding, the control of crowds. Well, we could have 10,000 people down there watching the final, and doing that in this environment that's the challenge really.
I have a little chat about Riverside, because nobody really from outside England will have experienced Riverside, so just talk me through what's going to be down there.
Yeah, so effectively it's a big grass space with 2 big buildings for facilities. So it's fairly well set up for sport, really well set up for sport. A bit more tricky in terms of accessibility, but we're doing a deal with Power League that means we've got a transport zone drop-off point and then a short walk over, which is really good. It's actually only 1.2 miles, I think, on cycle, so we can actually cycle from here, direct route down to Riverside. So there's a spectator access path, that will be really good. We'll have 3 days down at Riverside where we run both venues together. Actually on site we'll have 10 fields. We want the setup to be just like it is here, just slightly smaller scale. So a players village, a fans village, a big screen. So players down there and fans down there will be able to see what's going on here at Highfields. But for us, most importantly, teams will play at both venues. So whilst we've got dedicated teams down there for 3 days, all those teams will start here and all those teams will finish here.
Live streaming, how many fields?
Looking at 4 fields across the 2 venues, 1 at Riverside, 3 here, with the flexibility to probably stream from 7 or 8 fields, but actually 4 running at the same time.
Volunteers, how big is the volunteer workforce, and what kind of and what reception have you had from the call out for volunteers?
Yeah, volunteers phenomenal. I think we're nearly at 350 volunteers, and a lot of those people will want to watch that. A lot of them are connected with teams, with players, with loved ones, so we will have flexibility to enable that to happen, but we're probably going to need 50, 60, 70 volunteers at any one time, and then a few more down the other side as well. So that's been a really good pickup, and around the event, marketing, delivering some of those sessions and talks around in terms of schools, and supporting all of that. We've got a workforce of probably about 25 management personnel who will be a combination of tournament, event, marketing, support, all of those areas.
And then just as an overall, when you take a step back with the university, with the city of Nottingham, and you're based here, the people here, how much are they looking forward to welcoming the world to Nottingham this July?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, we've got a lot of partners. Touch has been going here for 20 years, our 20th year of Touch in Nottingham, and the league's been in for that long. The club's been going nearly 12 years now. So it's sort of established a bit of an economic model, a bit of a workforce. Nottingham Touch Club is really grabbing hold of what's going on. We're engaging the education systems. We've got a lot of schools who've signed up for some activity sessions we're doing alongside World Cup. It would be great to have 1,000 kids cheering on the whole World Cup, but Team England as well. So that's really good. Both universities, NTU and Nottingham University of Nottingham, they're both really keen to get support in. As I said, the whole event and the teams, and it's not all England that are associated with those universities, there's a lot of international students as well. So I think it's a fab opportunity for the city to welcome Team England, but actually welcome players and spectators from 39 countries. Oh yeah, and they'll spend a lot of money here, and it's going to be a really good thing for the city.